Right, so now to tackle palaces 3 and 4. We're going to head into the woods north of the village. And this one can get a little bit tricky. So try and follow carefully. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I go a bit wrong first of all. I go to the wrong bit. So, yeah. Like I've said before, I'm not doing this from any sort of guide, I'm doing it from memory, so you know, sometimes that can be a bit rusty. But the basic rule with any of these dungeons is to make sure you've been in every room, and that way it's almost impossible to miss anything. So if you've managed to get into every room through every entrance and every exit, you haven't missed anything. And these silly red jelly things again. Right, so that obviously went a bit wrong. That's the one we're looking for, I think. Blue jellies are a lot easier, and blue jellyfish are a lot easier. And the basic rule here is don't get hit by flames. Should be obvious, but you know, sometimes you get trapped. I don't know, there's probably nothing under there. Okay, there's one piece of heart, but it's still tempting. Red jelly, red jelly, red jelly. We hate red jellies. I don't know what, I'm sure they've got proper names, but like bulbous, octopus, git. And yay, it's a compass, and now there's loads of holes in the floor. Handy. Ah, the mummies. Now these are an absolute pain because they follow you and they take loads of hits, but they are later on one-shotted by fire, so that's alright. But everything else takes loads of hits. Whereas skeletons only take one. Oh, and the hand. Yeah, watch out for the hand. Because he grabs you and takes you back to the entrance. He only appears in certain rooms. But he takes you right back to the start and resets everything. We hate the hand. And even if you kill the hand, he still comes back. So at the moment we can't open the big chest. So we have to find all the keys, all the big keys, and all the rest of everything, while avoiding fire, avoiding the holes that we made by collecting a compass, and hopefully avoiding mummies. The good thing about spikes in this game, incidentally, is that you can push enemies into them. Enemies are usually, like that, there, harmed by spikes just as much as you are. In fact, more so, it seems. Because I think that killed the mummy in one hit. So yeah, just watch you don't get bounced into them. But yeah, so spikes are actually quite useful in rooms like this, provided you can coax the mummies to following you into the bouncy things. Sorry, I don't know the actual name of anything in this game. I should have said that in the first video. Don't know what anything is actually called. I call them what I call them. Ages to kill these things. And there's the hand thing. Irritating red jellies. Get down the hole. Right, now this treasure chest is actually a lot easier to get than I'm making it look, because you can actually just walk down the side like that. So it's not really a chasm. Right, so now we have to find the big key. Luckily, I'm pretty certain I know where it is. Most of this palace is under the woods here, so haunted woods or whatever they're called. Again, I don't know the real name. But all these rooms have to be done in a specific order, otherwise you'll just get muddled up and lost, and end up spending half your day fighting mummies for no reason. Kill the hand. Bad hand. It's no use though, because he still comes back. Right, so we have to get through that top door, and we have to do it by moving the statue. Which means we have to pull it behind us. Or in front of us rather, but you know, behind us. The easiest way to get through this room is with the Bombus medallion, because it will kill everything. Including the hand, yeah! Temporarily. Still having trouble with these controls because I can't move diagonally, which is really irritating. But at least we've got the big key. Come on, get him. Oh. Magic decanter, which we don't need. Well, we'll need actually when it comes to the boss. Right, so door we can't actually get to. And to be honest, we don't really need to get to it, because I'm telling you now, it's not worth it, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. So you just have to come out there and wind your way right the way to the top. Minding the skulls and things. And there's a hole you can fall in down here. Whee! And then negotiate this room of jellies and holes and hands and all sorts of things. Take that. And there we go, we've removed the holes that we didn't really need to, and it's not really worth it. There we are, a room with 3 little baby helmosaurs in it, and a disappearing floor. How useful. Like I say, not worth it. Not in the slightest. So we'll head back towards where the big chest is. Not bothering to stop to fight anything. Do 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 do. Hey, 20 rupees, don't need them. And the secret hole in the floor, which mirrors the secret hole in the floor from the light world. Right, so now we deal with all the enemies. And if we're skillful, we can leave this guy sort of swinging on one corner. Haha, trapped. Well placed bomb at the crack in the wall. And then we just pull down on the... Oh no, we get the skulls first. See what's in there. Magic. And then we pull down on the switch. Simple enough. Caterpillars. Hooray! The fire rod. But watch your magic meter. No, seriously, this thing chews through magic. Right, so now we have to head back to get into the palace proper. Minding these jumping things. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You just get the feeling that some of the enemies in this game are a bit of an afterthought. Them jumping noodle things. Yeah. Jumping spaghetti monsters. I don't know who designed them, but they really didn't put a day's effort into that, did they? What sort of attack has it got? Well, it just sort of vaguely jumps towards you. Right, so now you actually need to use the fire rod to get into one of the ugliest palaces in the entire game. Ugh. What an ugly looking building. And it's useful getting the fire rod in here because you do need it quite a bit. Now you have to find the secret walls in here and sort of go up one and try not to get hit as you're doing it. No, that's not it, that is a wall. Because there's all sort of secret holes in the wall under the bridge and you have to be at the right side. And this is the easiest way to get down there. So just kind of ignore everything. There you go, much easier. Right, so we need the key from down here. And the easiest way to tackle getting back is to just use the magic mirror and start this bit again. Although you can press the wrong button. There we go. No, still wrong button. There we go. Take that. Silly caterpillars. Right, so onward. Another one of these maze-like trap rooms with a hand. Yeah, you'll find that disembodied hand thing, I suppose we'll call him, can get really irritating really quick. Now you can reset the room to go for that skull, but unless you really need the magic, it's not worth it. Best just move on to the next room, really. Right, this is one where the fire rod comes in useful. So you use the fire rod to defeat the mummies. Even ones you didn't mean to hit. And then you need to use the fire rod to get through the door by lighting the lanterns. I suppose if you're quick enough you can do this with the torch and save yourself a little bit of magic, but it's not really worth it. Bomb boss medallion for this room, and then avoid the gold thing there because it turns you into a rabbit. Oh no, killed it anyway. I thought I didn't realise you could kill them with the bomb boss medallion. I thought you still had to avoid them. Oh well, there you go. Secret door. Yeah, better off taking the Helmasaur out first because they're a pain. And then trying to get the mummy with the fire rod in order to get the key. But of course, once I've got the key, I don't really need to stay in this room. Now, just a quick thing, I know of no way of beating this boss without using the cane of Binra, that's the blue cane. I've never successfully managed to do it without using the cane for this reason here. The whole thing is made of spikes and has a moving floor. So yeah, that's the Andy fires things at you when you can barely move. So the medicine of magic and the cane of Binra is really, or Binra, or however you pronounce it, is really useful. And in fact, I am going to need the medicine of magic by pressing the wrong button. That's how to do it. And again, you can get free medicines of magic from the Waterfall of Wishing, so don't forget. Now hopefully I can get rid of this boss without the magic running out. It just seems to take loads of hits. Yeah, like I say, there is no way I know of doing this without either having loads of fairies in bottles or having the magic medicine and the cane. But it's done, and we've got crystal number 3. Onion, you are really great. Thank you, you're welcome. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear. And he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Pressure. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule who protected the royalty of Hylia can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Do you understand? Yes. No. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Hooray! Now, the easiest way to get out of here without doing all that maze nonsense is to use the magic mirror. What am I doing? Use the magic mirror. There you go. And then use the little bird guy. And go back to the village. So now if we go and use the teleport tile or whatever it is, don't really know what you'd call it. Take that, soldiers. Take my beams of tyranny. Right, so now we can use the warp tile. The same one as we used for Palace 3. Hooray! Bombs blew up the piggy spear chucky things. So now we can get into Palace 4, the Devil Palace. And all you do is just hang on to the... There you go, hit a ghost. Hang on to the trident and pull it away. Now this one starts off as a bit of a maze, but it's not a really difficult one if you can spot what you're meant to be doing. So we just go up at the top here. We go across here and then down. Oh, we must have got hit by one of them things. Right, so now we head to this chest here, and we know we need to head there because it's highlighted. Look, handy. Come Earth. And if we head to the left, there's another secret wall here with another highlighted chest. Big key. There we go. Now we use the magic mirror to get back to the entrance, because we don't really need to trek any, well, you know, any further back. Right, so now we need to head kind of north-ish. And that's it. Now the rest of the dungeon from here on in is pretty straightforward, apart from how you actually get to the boss, which is pretty much the most difficult puzzle. But if you've spoken to people and you've heard about Blind the Thief and things like that, then you should be able to work this one out. But it's not necessarily simple. Well, it's simple because I know what to do, but I mean, if this is your first time playing the game, it's not necessarily simple. And I wonder what I've forgotten here. Oh, it might be the map. Yeah, there's a bombable wall somewhere. If I can be after finding it. So there we are. It wasn't as straightforward as I thought because I'd actually forgotten something. Oh no, we don't actually need to bomb that wall because it just takes us to a room we've already been in. Fine, okay, let's go and work this out. Just so that everything's covered and nobody can say you weren't thorough. But I'm telling you, it's really not worth it. Accidentally picked up the bomb there. I was meant to pick up the skull. Right, so that gets us into a door in this room that we don't need to be in. Yay, 10 rupees. Told you it wasn't worth it. So now we have to backtrack all the way around to get through the top door again. Right, now we can continue on. Right, so we want to keep heading left here. See if we can turn this thing into a fairy. Come on, walk into my magic powder. Here he comes, coming back. There we go, turned him into a fairy. Full health. Now watch me walk into a spike. Nope, oh good. Maybe this time. I'm not very good at keeping full health in this game, to be fair. There we go. Yeah, so what was that, about 15 seconds? Mind you, like I've said, and I know I keep blaming the controls, but you try playing this game with no diagonal. It's not exactly straightforward when you're on a moving floor. Right, so there's a key. Kill him. Don't need the heart, but there you go. Right. So, kill the eye bat thing. Whatever it is. They should just bump into the skulls there, good. Right. Don't be deceived by the magic of blind the thief, that says. So there you go, there's your hint. Now we want to go back downstairs and throw that switch. Boomerang's the easiest way to do it. Boom. Magic, magic. Switch. Yay! Through the door. These little grasshopper looking things. I think this is the only place in the game you'll see them, is on the first floor of this one dungeon. I don't think they appear anywhere else. I suppose because they just walk around aimlessly. I suppose they're like the Dark World equivalent of rats. But there you go. Now we'd need to throw a bomb here where the sun's coming through. So that's piece one of the puzzle. Right. So now we want to go back down. Flick these switches. Oh, that worked out rather well. And then flick them back. So we can get through this top door here. Wrong door. Yeah, much easier shooting these guys from miles away. Oh. Bit annoying. Got hit twice. Still didn't manage to get the heart. Well, there you go. And downstairs. Thing is, most of the monsters in here are a bit sort of gormless. They don't really chase you, they're just generally a bit aimless. I don't think there's anything in here that makes a beeline for you, really. Apart from the sort of gold turn you into rabbit things, but yeah, bit rubbish really. Oh, and these obviously head straight for you. Lift the big stone out the way and pointlessly walk into this room that we're locked into until we can beat the floating jellyfish chaps. Hooray! Well worth it. Some rooms in this game didn't need to be in the game. Just fact. Hooray! Kill the jelly tots. So may as well kill them through the fence. Not going to cause me a problem. Not going to cause me a problem anyway, because they don't come anywhere near me if you don't really look at them. You can hit the fence. Oh, thank you. You saved my life. Please take me outside. Ah, no, you see. None of the previous maidens have asked for that. What's your game, pal? So now that we've got the key, we can go through this door. And be very, very quick. Because this is one of these disappearing floor rooms. So we're going from the bottom like that. Get the Titans Mitt. And then go back the way we came. Without hopefully falling down the floor. So back up the stairs, and we have to find the switch to open the door. There it is. There you go. Now if we head up here, after we've done... What am I doing? Oh yeah, Cane of Binra. This is another one we need that for. Or it's very, very useful for. So if we head up here... Ah! They see this is under the room that we bombed the floor in to make the light come through. Actually, should not have started this off so high. Should have started in the middle, at the bottom of the window, not at the top, because he's very difficult to hit. Yeah, and see, this is why we need the cane, because these heads all come off and spit bullets around the place for the rest of the battle. But luckily we only have to hit them 3 or 4 times each. And with the cane, this is very easy. Without the cane, it's pretty difficult. Ah, quick and dirty. That's the way you like it. As the wise men sealed the way to the Dark World, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. Surely you can destroy Ganon. Do you understand? No. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Right. So yeah, that was Palace 4, and now we've got the Titans Mitt, so we can move heavy stones. But the next thing I'm going to do, because I've got tons and tons of rupees, is I'm going to use the magic mirror, and I'm going to whistle for my duck friend, and go to warp point 8 on the map. So I'm going to head to where Palace 5 would normally be warped to, but not for the reason you think. I'm actually going to do something else first before, in fact I'm going to do a lot of things before we tackle Palace number 5. Which you'll see in the next video.